Hey guys, and welcome to our review for Detroit, directed by Catherine Bigelow, starring John Boyega, Will Poulter, Jason Mitchell, among others. My name is Scott Ellis. I'm joined here by Tim McGavick. Glad to have you.
Mm-hmm.
Glad you're here.
Mm-hmm.
And Adam Franey
I'm glad I'm here.
to review this movie.
I'm glad we're all here.
Yeah.
No
All three of us.
The
No
full
one's
crew is
missing.
here. We're all here.
Yet
We're
again.
all ready.
Another week with the full
Yeah.
crew. No one missing whatsoever.
Tim, can
Yeah.
you give us a little synopsis for the viewers of what happens in this film,
Yeah.
briefly?
Amongst growing tensions in Detroit, a riot breaks out, pinning civilians against the police and the National Guard. The situation comes to a head at the Algiers, a hotel where the police believe a sniper is hiding, and they descend upon the mostly African American guests.
Very topical, very relevant. Adam, your general thoughts on Detroit?
Having just seen it, me and Scott saw it about a week ago.
About a
maybe.
week ago.
Week
Yeah.
removed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. I thought this movie was very good. I liked it a lot. I thought Catherine Bigelow was amazing and is amazing. I thought she directed the shit out of this movie. I feel like she made the right choice of making it a single location, much like
For the
Deepwater
most part.
Horizon,
For the most part.
for the most part. I'm not a fan of true story, like retellings of true historical events, normally, but I love Deepwater Horizon, and I love this for the same reason. She just...
You know she did not do Deepwater Horizon, right?
Yeah, so no, I know. I do. I want to make that clear. I felt she picked a group of characters and got you emotionally invested in them, and then put them in this, like, she like
Situation.
made it intimate.
Right.
I didn't want to see like just a collage of like the city and what was going wrong with the entire city. She made you care about characters and made it work as a movie.
In this moment, this one moment that's changing all their lives.
Yeah, and that works as, for me, an amalgamation of all the moments that could have been going on throughout the city, right?
Right.
It's just one small slice of the pie. I thought performances were great. I thought John Boyega was amazing. I thought he was amazing. He was very contained, very subtle,
Yeah.
I thought. Like, he wasn't, like, explosive or flashy like Will
Reserved,
Poulter.
you
Yeah,
would say.
very reserved, and I just thought it was so refreshing. Like, when you think of him as Finn, he's, like, this, like, crazy, like, ball of energy. To see him like this, I thought was great. Like, his accent, he's, like,
Flawless.
amazing at
Yeah.
hiding his accent, right? Will Poulter was
Kind of
great.
reminds me of, he did that Netflix movie
Yes.
recently. Was it Empire? No.
Empire.
Emperor? The
It's
Emperor?
like Empire? The Empire?
It's Empire, I think. I could be
Okay.
wrong.
Yeah, I think
Similar
you're right.
performance in the way
Yeah.
that he plays a very subdued, reserved character.
Mm-hmm.
American.
Yeah.
Continue.
I thought it really, really worked as a thriller too. Like the barn burner kind of like insane white knuckle suspense was awesome. And the only thing that I didn't like, or like one of very few things, was the opening credits. I thought were so weird. Like the claymation thing, like did not fit for me at all. Like you should, like it just didn't work. I was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
They remind me of like those movies you watched in like grade like 5 or 6 that were like they're like moving pictures. So they're like telling like a story about like the 30s or 40s, and they just like I can't really explain, but like
The same
yeah,
type of
same
thing.
thing, the same
Yeah.
type of style where like it's not quite fully animated. It's just kind of like the camera moves and. It doesn't fit with the rest of the movie.
No, right?
No,
like,
yeah.
am I crazy?
Yeah, I
don't
to
know
me
if
it
that
was
was
out of
like
place.
Yeah,
Like, it was
I don't know if
really
that
out
was
of
like
place.
maybe an art style that was popular in Detroit at the time. I don't know. Maybe that's why.
hope.
Like,
I pray.
for me, it's like I think most of, and this we're Canadian, so we don't have the same, perspective on the racial issues that are happening in America, deep seated, right? And that's sort of this animation was explaining the setup in the background to the tensions that do happen in the States, and to me, it's like I feel like every American knows this. Like didn't need to beat you over the head with the exposition at the beginning.
Yeah, that too. I just didn't like.
I feel like the movie
there was
on its
exposition.
own stands alone and tells
Yeah.
that effectively.
Yeah, you could have not had that at all.
Right.
And I also thought it was kind of just almost in like poor taste to make this like colorful animated thing of this like horrible like oppression that was happening. It was just weird. It just didn't mix for me. I would have almost rather just text on a black screen and that's it. Or nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
I think we all know kind of what was going on. Just say the date and the city. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Those are my general thoughts. I'm kind of nervous to what you guys thought. I'm scared.
I'm gonna jump in.
I'm not reading you at all. You're like too.
I will say the
sweet.
performances were really good.
Uh-oh.
I think Will Poulter was great. Like, I
Yeah.
would say great. I really enjoyed his performance.
Yeah.
I think I haven't really seen him do a ton besides like The Revenant, right? But
We're the
I haven't
Millers.
seen I haven't seen We're the
Oh.
Millers.
Oh, he's funny. Isn't it?
But I think he kind of, I didn't really, when I first saw some images of him in this movie, I was like, Will Poulter, he looks really young.
That's kind of bothered me a little bit. He was
Really?
18.
Really.
Yeah.
But he was playing a young cop, like the same age as of him, right? So,
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, visually it just, for me, like it read wrong, his face. He looked like a kid dressed up as a cop. I don't know.
he's got a bit of a baby face.
Yeah.
I will say Algie Smith as, I forget his character's name, but as the like singer.
The main
basically.
singer?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he was good.
He was great. I haven't seen him in anything. I never seen him before.
Yeah, me neither.
And I feel like this is kind of like a breakout performance.
Yeah, I was
for
thinking
me.
that too.
And everyone else, you know, like you said, John Boyega as well. Like, I just think across the board, everyone was great. Jason Mitchell and Anthony Mackie were great in the limited time they were given.
Who's Jason Mitchell?
Easy.
Ah, I knew
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yes, Carl.
And Jack Rayner, to me, was kind of like, I don't know, he was kind of funny to me, his character.
Yeah, there's a moment.
Unintended comedy.
There's a moment that happens
Oh, man.
that I kind of laughed at.
Yeah.
I don't think I was supposed to laugh at it.
I don't think.
I feel bad for laughing. It's just the way he played it
The
out.
mistake that he did.
when he's like, I feel funny, man.
Yeah.
yeah, ridiculous.
We'll talk about it later in
Yeah.
spoilers. Yeah, I think the acting across the board was great, and I think Catherine Bigelow, besides the beginning choice of that opening sequence, I think
Bizarre.
she did great in that, and that it didn't really need to be this big sprawling thing about the Detroit riots. That I liked that it was more intimate for sure. But besides that, like I enjoyed this movie, but I don't know, it just for some reason didn't grab me as much as I wanted it to.
No.
I can't really place it, to be honest. But yeah, overall I did enjoy it. I thought the tension was great. And yeah. Tim, your thoughts?
My thoughts. I agree with Scott. I liked it. Performances are by far the best part of the movie. I thought they were all really, really good. A couple really standouts again: John Boyega, Algie Smith, and Will Poulter. Pretty much the three leads were all great. I thought the movie lost a lot of steam in the last 30 minutes with the courtroom stuff.
Yeah.
The courtroom
Yeah.
scenes, I was happy to see them because I do like a good courtroom scene, but I think story-wise, it might have been better to stretch that out over the whole movie, and you have someone like up there telling a story, and then it cuts to like their version of what happened. Because part of the end credits is like, oh, we're not sure like what happened when, and a lot of the case is about like when things happened or what you actually saw, like that. So I thought if they leaned into that with the actual storytelling, where you're getting conflicting stories from the cops, you get John Boyega's character, who is unfortunately tied into the whole thing, and then you get these other events, and then you'll see the odd person where you're like, oh, that guy was in that scene, but where is this guy? He hasn't testified yet, so does something happen to his character? I thought that would have been a a better way of telling the story, because I love the tension part, but as soon as that ended in the last 30 minutes, I was like looking at my watch. I was like, this thing's got another 30 minutes going, and it's just kind of a
I did feel that.
Yeah,
slow.
I think that you're kind of hitting on the head there
Yeah.
for me of the reason that I
That's
couldn't
what
put
the-
my.
Yeah, the first
Finger
2/3
on-
are really solid tension, and then it
It's
just
just kind of
drops
like
quickly.
deflates.
Yeah.
I think like if it ended on a more explosive note,
yeah,
I think it would have been more like wow, like that was like really impactful.
Yeah.
But it just kind of had
the
the
movie
slow
peters out.
denouement of like
Yeah.
just fading
Yeah.
and then just ending. And it's just like okay, that was. By the time the
I
movie
agree.
ends, you're just like lulled into this like this was
That's why it's not like over the top for me. Like I
Yeah.
liked it a lot. That's why it's not like a 5
Yeah.
or like a heavy
Yeah.
4 even.
right.
I agree. Like I think it would have been more powerful to end sort of after that situation's resolved, like right after, and even just have text saying like this person went to court and this
Right.
happened with this person,
Right.
and just shave like half an hour off, make it a tighter 2 hour.
More compact.
Because you're right, you
That
lose like all the suspense is gone in that last half hour, and you're just kind of like, okay, wrap it up. Like I don't want to see like the after like maintenance, right?
Because that middle section for me was really great.
yeah.
Really great.
Yeah,
For sure.
awesome.
Well, do we want to give our ratings and we can jump into spoilers?
Sure.
Let me start off. Fuck is right.
0 to 5.
This is tough. This
Yeah.
is tough.
High 90s on Rotten Tomatoes. So
It's deserving. Like,
you gotta keep that in mind, guys. It's a Rotten Tomatoes
No,
society.
no.
No. 2 out of 5.
I'm gonna go. Fuck.
Jesus Christ. You want me
Heavy
to go?
3. Is that too harsh?
that's what I
It's
was
my
thinking.
opinion.
Heavy 3 or a light 4. I can't decide.
I'm wavering on
Between
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know. The kind of
It's
fading
fair.
of the action for me, I'd say.
Because it's like the opposite of 0 Dark 30, which is like a very slow burn, and then the last act is like super
Crescendo.
tense. This was like super tense, and then very slow
Yeah.
at the end.
So Tim,
It's
what
just
do you?
like- Going heavy 3.
Heavy 3 as well. Okay.
4.
That's fair.
4 bang.
I can see why.
Enjoyed
It's
it.
fair.
Enjoyed it.
That is
Enjoyed it
fair.
a lot. Loved it. It's huge.
Well, check it out. It's in theaters right now. If you don't want to be spoiled, we're getting into our spoiler
Go
section.
Google it.
So go watch the movie, pause the video, come back, or if you want to be spoiled, you don't care, continue at your own peril. Is there anything you guys want to bring up specifically, plot-wise, spoiler-wise?
We just briefly mentioned it.
Jack Rayner.
Jack
scared-
Rayner. There's a scene where Will Poulter and his other fellow cop have been taking people into separate hotel rooms and pretending to shoot them
Which I love.
to like
as a tactic.
a tactic to scare the
Scare
other guys.
Scared
Jack
me.
Rayner comes in, apparently is unaware that you're not actually supposed to shoot the guy, and he shoots him, and he comes back in, which was all very dramatic. I was like, oh shit! But when he comes back into like the hallway, Will Poulter's like, hey man, that was good work there. And the guy's like, I just didn't think I could do it. I'm like, oh man. And I'm like, he doesn't realize. I was like, this is playing off as a little funny.
Yeah.
I was like,
Like, I feel a little funny right
it
now.
was, I think maybe in Jack Rayner's performance.
Cringe.
It played
Right?
like a comedy scene,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Ooh.
Because I think
I didn't get that, really?
yeah, I
Did
was
you guys not like see that coming? I did.
Oh, I saw it coming.
I saw it coming,
I
but
just the way
Yeah.
the scene played out,
Yeah,
right.
and
it
it
like
was-
played the
I
it was
wondering
funny
if-
bomb.
fairly long too,
Yeah.
because
It didn't get you though. It wasn't like.
it's like a double whammy where like Jack Rayner's character doesn't realize that he wasn't supposed to do that, and then Will Poulter's character is like thinking that he didn't actually shoot him. So there's like a minute there where they're like both getting their
Why are
like
we
their
laughing?
like their wires crossed. I'm like, it's funny that you guys both don't know what happened. Like, you
Yeah.
both have your stories wrong. I'm like, it came off as kind of funny, unfortunately.
Yeah, hilarious joke.
Anything else that comes to
I would
mind?
just say when they were, like when different characters would flee the house that they're being locked in,
Oh, I was scared.
I was terrified. I'm like when that one army soldier comes in
yeah.
and says, "Just go run right now." I thought he was just gonna literally like gun him down
Yeah.
while he was running. I thought maybe he's gonna run straight into like a cop car and get arrested. my heart was racing the most when they were running away, and different, like a few other different characters, it would cut to them running into the forest. It was like terrifying. I felt like I was them.
Yeah.
Catherine Bigelow like put me in their shoes. Heart racing. I'm like, they're gonna get fucking shot, arrested, beaten, something. It was terrifying.
I was worried about John Boyega's character the whole movie. I'm like, oh, he's just so nice.
Yeah, I know.
He's not like remotely involved in any of this. He's just a security guard at like a supermarket. Like, he just accidentally gets involved in this. I'm like, and then when she points him out as being like one of the people that roughed her up, I'm like, that was not him. What are you doing?
Literally
He helped you.
All white people roughed her up.
Those two cops that came in and was like immediately like turning words around on him that he was like saying something. They're like, so I was just hating those two cops. I was like, fuck you guys.
Oh, that was infuriating.
I did really enjoy the end when Will Poulter took the two guys in just one at a time, take them into the room, and like show them the like dead guy.
Yeah,
and be like, "What happened? You see anything here?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Nope." Like Anthony Mackie's like, "Nope, I'm out of here." And then I forget the character's name. Comes in the last guy.
I think it's Aubrey. Or Aubrey's Aubrey's the one that Jack Rayner shot.
Frankie? No.
Anyways, he comes in and he's like, "Fuck you!" Like, you killed him, or whatever. And just the savagery of that. Yeah. I was like, oh shit. It's interesting because like it's all dramatized. Like everything that happened inside the Algiers, like nobody knows for sure what happened. So it's interesting the way that they had to sort of invent all that.
Yeah.
But use their.
That's why I think it would have been a lot more interesting to get like conflicting stories.
Right.
Yeah.
Told through like a court case would be
almost like Rashomon style.
Like, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
That'd be very cool.
Sort of figuring out the mystery of it.
Yeah. What happened?
All right. Was there anything?
I think that's all I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Very good.
Check it out. I think that'll do it for our review for Detroit. Tim, where can people find us?
People can find us on Twitter at UpReal8. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at UpReal8. And you can find me personally on Letterboxd at UpRealTim.
You can find me on Twitter at Franny25 and Instagram and Letterboxd.UpRealAdam.
You can find myself, Scott, on Letterboxd.UpRealScott. And yeah, guys, enjoy this video. Leave a like on it. Leave a comment below in the comment section if you want to join our discussion about Detroit. As well, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy our stuff. And as always, keep it real.